Good morning. It is now Saturday morning. It is the day of the funeral, hence why we look like this.
It's a memorial service.
Yeah, okay, memorial service. We're going to the gravesite, whatever. So yesterday we kind of vlogged, kind of didn't. I will insert what footage we got yesterday now. Good morning from sunny.
Sunny, bright, blue.
Sunny, clear skies. I'm totally kidding. It is overcast,
gray.
It is rainy, and it is 63 degrees here in St. Louis.
And no sun.
We're on our way to a Starbucks to pick up coffee, and I'm in the passenger seat, not under protest this time, because my plan today is to edit a vlog in the car while we're driving toward Tipton. We've got a friend we're gonna meet for lunch.
And a friend we're going to meet for dinner.
And a friend we're going to meet for dinner. We still have not decided what we're going to do tonight. Like where we're going to stay. You know, that's just kind of the way things are right now.
If it's bumpy and a lot of road noise, that's because the Missouri roads are not in very good shape.
Yeah. And if it's really bumpy footage, it's because somebody's...
The roads are not in very good shape.
Well, and you like to swerve while you drive.
No, I don't like to. I just kind of have to miss the obstacles.
But we're going to have
other vehicles.
Some of the Magic Spoon cereal. Now this is a mix that I made myself. I ordered some of the pumpkin chai Magic Spoon cereal, and I mixed in a box of the Magic Spoon cinnamon because I think that that's going to make it better, and I'm really excited to have some of that later once we pick up our coffee. Look how yucky it is. Like, that Jeep is really pretty, but ew.
Just not pretty.
So I'm editing. The sun is coming out. It's actually gonna be a really beautiful day, but it's still 55 degrees.
Well, that's west. We're headed west.
Yeah.
And the sky is cleared up so much, but back east it is just really gray. That storm has not cleared out yet.
The storm behind us in St. Louis is still kind of icky, but this is just beautiful. We've made it to Jeff City. We're in a parking lot at Kohls. I'm actually on hold right now. I'm trying to call DVC because we've got an issue with something, and so I'm on hold, waiting. I think Mom is gonna go in and see if there's any Chiefs gear. Is that what you're looking for in here?
Just to see what they got.
Well, you're gonna go in without me because I'm just gonna sit right here and wait some more.
All right.
Sigh.
The sky is overcast again. The blue sky is gone. It's kind of a low ceiling day with a lot of clouds and, you know, just kind of dreary overall, but the temperature is wonderful. The humidity is low, and overall it's just a little light breeze, kind of a nice fall day. Let's go see what Kohls has. All right, this is what I came to look at. I came to look at some Chiefs attire and see what they've got in. A nice hoodie, quarter zip, another hoodie. It's a front zip, not a pullover. Long sleeve tee. It looks like and almost feels like it's a rash guard, but it's not. KC shirt, Chiefs Kingdom. And they're 20% off right now, which is not a bad deal. Oh, wow. Oliver might like that. It's kind of glittery. I don't know if that shows up on the camera or not. This is unique. And that is that dry fit material, but it's a short sleeve. If they had long sleeve, I would certainly like that one. Let's look here. Another property shirt. A Chiefs Kingdom shirt. And that's just a KC Chiefs with the arrowhead on it. Mahomes, child size. Ooh, the white. Youth. I like the white. I just think that looks really sharp. Oh, is this cute? For your little Chiefs fans. And some accessories. A nice coffee mug, some cool socks. I think Argyle's a little out, but it is Chiefs. They also have some MU Tiger attire, and this stuff looks like somebody's already stirred it up. with a stick. There's MU tigers. What's this one? Missouri. Their big cheer. And those are also 20% off. Now, I think this is kind of a cool hoodie here. I don't really like the big patch, but I do like the nice bright yellow inside of the hood. I think that is a cool effect. And that's the old MU tiger right there, a throwback. You don't see the old Truman very often, Truman the tiger. I always liked Scooby-Doo. Reminds me of somebody I used to work with that I was always having her do things, and she actually changed her ringtone for me to Scooby-Doo, I've got some work for you. And so whenever I see Scooby-Doo, I think of Linda. And of course I always think of Kelly when I see Scooby-Doo stuff, because we're both big Scooby-Doo fans. And I'm such a big Goonie myself. I always like to see the Goonies, because Goonies never say die.
What does it say about me that we were leaving the graphic tees? I'm inside now, by the way. I finally finished my phone call.
Isn't that awesome?
Mom's found this hat, but I saw this one and I love it. Look at the star on top. It's so ugly.
Is that cool?
Yeah, very.
But they can't come home with me.
No.
That's too expensive.
Oh boy.
It's $20.
Yeah,
And
they're
that's
gonna
on
stay
sale.
here.
The original price is $36.
Yikes. Staying here. That is so cool.
Which one is this one?
Alright, so we finished our shopping at Kohls, and then we went and we met our friend for lunch. We went to a sushi restaurant, and now we're here at a brewery, a brand new brewery here in Jeff City called Last Flight. I read the webpage and it says that they opened March of 2021, so they're brand new. I've never been here before. Have you been here before?
No.
No, nobody's ever been here before?
Nope, I haven't.
I'm excited. So we'll go in and check it out. They've got some really cool artwork in here and picnic tables. They do have board games on that shelf over there. And our beer flights were so good. As you can see, it's very disjointed. So today we're gonna kind of start over because this is gonna be like the beginning of our journey home. So this morning we were at the Dutch bakery. We're gonna buy some pumpkins and squashes that we cannot get while we are in Florida.
I haven't found them anyway.
Yeah.
They say they're there, but I haven't seen them.
Yeah, so this is where we get them. We're gonna truck them home. We've got room in the car. So let's check out the Dutch bakery here in Tipton. We're standing here in front of this and it smells so good. Okay, let's go inside and check it out. They've got all kinds of dirt and soil and little cute windmills and tiny little baby pumpkins. They do have some great big beautiful mums. So these are what we're looking for. Cushaw squashes. These are what we make our pumpkin pie filling out of. And there's a bunch in there. What do you think? Do we need 3? Well, they do have a bunch of them. Wow. So some of these are really like fun. Of course that one's really pretty. That one's really cute. The green ones are cool. I really like the ugly warty ones like this. And like this guy. And like this guy. And that one. I think they're so fun. They have bulk candy.
Fancy Henny.
I love this way it smells in here. It smells so good. Got a Whirly Pop popcorn maker. Lots of them. I just buy the microwave bags or the ones that are already popped for me. And this is some of my favorite stuff to buy here is the cheese powder, the white and the cheddar cheese powder. It's great for making mac and cheese. And they do have a very large selection of tea. Lots and lots.
Unbagged.
Like loose leaf and bag teas. Very cool.
And tea concentrates.
Jalapeno garlic. Onion and garlic. Yum. Alright. Now we've got some soy sauce left at home, but we did just run out of Worcestershire sauce. Do this one. Which comes in really handy for making all kinds of meat dishes. So this is her corn syrup that we use when we make pecan pies. And it's actually like a really good price here. It's $6.59. And the only place that I've seen it that cheap or cheaper is Aldi. So we're gonna get a few. And then look at all the noodles. This was my favorite aisle when I was a kid. I loved all of the fun shaped noodles. I wanted to try them all. I loved these here. I loved the shells, especially the small shells, but then there were these, and these are so much fun. You can get a gallon of sorghum or a gallon of honey. And the gallon of honey is $52. We've got apple butter, Christmas jam, triple berry jam. Look at all of the jams and jellies, and it continues all the way down. Mom's looking at the baked goods. These are their cinnamon rolls.
Blueberry.
Ooh.
Raspberry.
Yum.
Cherry.
I didn't know they did flavors. And of course the thing about these is definitely the frosting. And these are the bulk spices. So we're here for just a couple of things. After going through our spices in our spice cabinet, I learned a few things about what we need and what we definitely do not need. We do not need chili powder or cinnamon at all. We do need some ginger, and again, this is prepping for our pie making, which is going to be coming up. Cloves would probably be good. This one, right here. I like how they've got it in alphabetical order. That's nice. We have some whole nutmeg at home, but Mom's going to go ahead and get some ground nutmeg. I like grating it herself because I think it's fresher, but this is easy. So there's that. What's that, fennel?
Fennel.
Let's get some fennel. We have teeny tiny little cast iron skillets. You know I can't say no to one of those. If you want another one.
Here's a teeny tiny one.
I don't even know what you put in there. Butter?
I don't know.
They've also got like other cooking utensils and teeny tiny little fry pans over there, but these are sweet. And these are cast iron. Alright, we had enough room for everything, and we've got some spare room still, but now it's time for us to go to the memorial service. I will pick you guys up later this afternoon as we begin our journey home.
As we drive along, you can see a little bit of color change in the leaves, but really a lot less than what I would have expected for mid-October again.
It's finally up to 60 degrees this morning.
It was 40 something at the memorial service. It was pretty chilly for people with thin blood.
We have begun our drive home. I'm going to turn the blinker off for a second. We stopped for coffee in Jeff City. Mom is GPSing us to the next place, and now it's time for me to drive, so I'll put the camera down. Here you can see it behind us.
Yeah, Friar Tuck.
We've made it to St. Louis. We're gonna stop and go in here. This is the liquor store. We're gonna go in and get some
cool
wine. I don't know that I've ever been in a Friar Tuck's.
I have, but it's been a long time ago.
Well, we fell in love with this Moscato d'Asti, and we can only find it here for whatever reason. Well, in Missouri. So we're gonna go in and get some because we did some online shopping before we visited
And they
Missouri.
say they have it.
For a really good price. There are other places around here that have it, but this is like $4 or $5 cheaper per bottle than it is anywhere else. So we're gonna go in and see what they've got, what kind of deals they've got, if they've got any special chief stuff.
Yeah.
Because we do have space in the car, and this is one of the things we planned on bringing back with us. So we've got our masks, we're ready to go in. So we walked in over there, and there's wine all the way down and around. And then this is wine, and then the next aisle over is more wine. We found it, yay! And look at this price. That's not bad at all. Not for this. We found the wine we went in for, and it kind of took us a second. There's a lot of wine in there.
And the lighting for me was weird.
It was really dark in that store. There was a guy who was very helpful. The guy who checked us out was
really nice.
Really nice. We found some grain alcohol, which is what we use when we make Kahlua and amaretto. Sorry, we were listening to the Mizzou game. They're getting crushed. What else was I gonna say? I had something else. Anyway.
We make the Kahlua and amaretto with the grain alcohol. And that's really hard to find in Florida for some reason.
For whatever reason, and maybe it's because this is the Midwest, it's easier to find higher alcohol content,
higher proof.
Yeah, higher proof.
And you can make it with the vodka, but I like using the grain alcohol because then it's got enough alcohol content you don't have to refrigerate it. And I like giving just a little token size bottle away during the holidays.
It's one of those things. Some people make like honey, not brittle. Yeah, like brittle. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, peanut brittle.
Thank you. I can't talk. I don't know. I'm hungry, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it's from spending too much time for me. Do you need the hammer?
I'm searching for, yeah, okay. So we have a new word for a hair comb.
Here's the hammer.
That's a hammer, apparently.
It's a yellow hammer.
She said, "Where's my hammer?" the other day, and I just answered, "It's right there."
She knew what I was talking about.
She was talking about the comb. I didn't even pick up that she said hammer. So now it's just the hammer. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with us. Anyway, we're gonna get on the road. We found everything that we came for. I had honestly forgotten about the grain alcohol until I pulled out my list in the store of like all the things we wanted to buy while we were in this area.
I'm glad you found it.
And I, you know, again, I had to ask where it was. And it's funny because I was standing right in front of it, basically looking right at it. And there was this guy who was in the aisle and he was like, "Is there anything I can help you find?" And I was like, "Where's your grain alcohol?" And he's like, "It's right there." Well,
the label's a little different. It is Everclear.
They've changed the brand of the bottle.
Yeah.
And so it's the same stuff. It just looks a little bit different. But I'm glad we found it because we can't find it at home. So now we're gonna start heading home, and our route this time going backwards is back home is going to be a little bit different. We're going to drive south from St. Louis, because we're in St. Louis right now. We're gonna drive south on I-55 toward Memphis, and then through like Mississippi, Alabama, into Florida, just because I hate driving through Chattanooga, Nashville, Atlanta. I hate that route so much. I've done it a ton and I don't like it.
I loved the trip up here, so hopefully our trip home will be just as interesting.
Well, it'll be a little speedier, fewer detours, but I'm excited. I love road trips. I love road tripping with her. She's a lot of fun. She spends a lot of time talking on the phone, but when she's not on the phone and she's actually talking to me, she's a lot of fun. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna put the camera down because I need to eat some pizza. We've got some leftover pizza back there that I'm gonna eat because I'm hungry. And we're gonna start driving.
Yep. Let's get a little fuel before we leave town.
Hi. So we are now in like the boot heel of Missouri. We are less than 6 miles, 5 miles exactly from the Arkansas border. I just finished having a slice of pizza. Mom just finished having a slice of pizza. Bringing along some like leftovers to eat in the car has been really handy today because I had a slice of pizza when we left St. Louis, and then I just had another one. We stopped for gas and Mom got me a Mellow Yellow. When was the last time one of you drank Mellow Yellow? Because this is not something that I drink very often. I asked for a squirt, but I guess they didn't have any, but I wanted like a blonde soda, and I've really been enjoying this one. What did you get?
I got a mix of Dr. Pepper and Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yum. So we are like really close to Arkansas. We've been passing through some like cotton fields, and it's really very pretty. It warmed up to like, it does look like snow, but it's much warmer than if there was snow on the ground, which is nice. We FaceTimed with Emma for a little while. We've been listening to some YouTube videos because Justin and Lacey and Adam and Sherry and a bunch of other people are getting on their cruise on Monday, and so we've been like catching up on their vlogs, trying to tame our excitement because we are very excited for them.
Yeah,
all of them. Justin and Lacey had it really pretty hard because they had to get their kids tested before they got to the port. So, and they couldn't find a place to get tested for the longest time, and they finally got tested. The boys passed. They're gonna, or I guess they flew down today. But anyway, I'm really excited for them. And so we've just been like, oh, there's cotton over there. You can't see it, but believe me, it's over there. Yeah, there it is. And there's some over there.
I just don't know if they'll be able to see it with the...
No, I think we're moving too fast and it's on the wrong side of the car. Anyway, I don't know what we're gonna do next. We listened to a football game earlier. Mizzou lost.
Gators lost.
Oh wait, K-State's gonna be on in like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
They're playing Iowa State. I want a good game. I want the Wildcats to win because they're my dad's team. Oh, so I want them to win. And I've been a fan since I was a kid. You know, whatever. But, do you have anything to say? I just thought I should pick up the camera because we're 2 miles from the Arkansas border.
So
and we've been
add another state to our list.
Yeah, I've been trying to show all of the states that we've passed through. So this, like on the way home, we're gonna add Arkansas. We've already done Tennessee. We're gonna add Mississippi and Alabama to the list. So, yeah. And that's all gonna be in this vlog. I still, we don't know how far we're gonna go tonight, how much we're gonna drive tonight.
And there's cotton all alongside the roads.
Yeah, it's like it's been blown out of the cotton fields and it just looks sort of like litter, but it's not litter. It's just cotton. So 1 mile from the border, we're getting closer. And somehow the roads have gotten better as we've driven south.
Yeah, there have been some where there are places where they've been resurfacing it, and so it's really been rough and noisy in one lane or the other. And so we've kind of been switching back and forth depending on which one is rough.
Switching lanes. We're 75 miles from Memphis. Welcome to Arkansas. That bump was it. We're now in the state of Arkansas. Cool. But
And you can't see the sign because it's on the other side of the semi.
There's a semi over here and the sign is like over there, which is why I didn't turn you around because this guy has just been driving. Oh, I wanted to talk about that other semi. We passed a semi today, just like an hour ago when we were on the phone with Emma. We passed a semi that, like the whole trailer was painted yellow and it had the Broadway The Lion King branding on it. And
on the back of it, and then on the side of it, it said Disney's Lion King.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's their equipment or if it's just like a trailer that looks like that, but why would they have a trailer that looks like that unless it's carrying Broadway show equipment? But that was really cool, and now I want to watch The Lion King. So maybe what we'll do is stream The Lion King on my phone and listen to it in the car speakers, just so we can get all of the music, because we could stream Disney Plus on my phone.
There you go. That'll help pass the time.
It sure would. Okay, can we talk about Virginia for a second?
Yeah,
Because
let's talk
we
about
drove
Virginia.
through Virginia. I've never been to Virginia.
I don't think I've been to Virginia.
I don't know that I'm gonna count this one. Like if I had one of those scratch off maps,
I'm gonna count it.
if I had one of those scratch off maps, I wouldn't scratch it off completely. I would draw like I would scratch a line on it. I've been through it, but like I've been through, well, I guess I have been to New York. What airport was it? Like Minnesota or something. And I went to the airport and I got off the plane and I got on a different plane. I wouldn't count that as visiting.
Yeah,
we
you didn't
drove
really get to
through,
see it, and that's why
Yeah.
I would count it, because we got to see
it's so pretty.
some of the lay of the land.
We got to see some of Virginia because we got to like drive through it, and we were in Virginia for a couple of hours, and it's so pretty. It just made me want to go back. We didn't stop. I don't even know if we stopped for gas, but we just we drove through and it was beautiful. I think it might have been the prettiest state we drove through. North Carolina was really pretty too, and I'd never been there either. We have been to South Carolina on a different vacation. Of course, I've been to Tennessee. We've been to Kentucky because she and I actually went to a meeting in Louisville several years ago. Was it 2014, 13, 14? And it was really cool. So I really liked Louisville. And then doing the Bourbon Trail was really fun. And Kentucky is so pretty, like out there by Frankfort. So cool. And I'm sure we got some of that footage just in a previous vlog, but yeah. I've had a really good time on this road trip. She likes road trips more than I do. I like them, but not to the extent that she does. But I've had a really good time. The sun is going down over there. It's warmed up to 66 degrees. We're in Arkansas now. I think that's enough of me blabbering for a while, so I'm gonna put the camera down.
75?
Speed limit 75?
Wow.
Alright, step on it.
Well, I would step on it, but
There's a guy in the way.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't appreciate me stepping on it. He's there in front of me.
Feels like we're in Texas though. Speed limit 75. So cool.
Yeah, well, Florida doesn't have a speed limit.
Oh man.
Keep up with the traffic.
Alright. I'm gonna shut off the camera because the sun is in my eyes now, and I'll pick you guys up in a little bit. Well, we're just crossing a bridge into Memphis, and the moon is so bright and so beautiful, and the sun is setting over this way. We're listening to the K-State Iowa State game on Sirius Radio, thank goodness for that. Right now the score is 7-0 Iowa State. Boo. I actually don't have anything against Iowa State, I'm rooting for K-State. But we're thinking we might want to just drive all of the way, or as far as we can tonight, because we're both feeling fine. Yeah, we actually feel pretty good. So we just want to kind of, you know,
See where we get to.
Yeah, see where we get to, drive till, you know, we can't anymore. And right now we are in Tennessee, woohoo! Because we were in Arkansas. All right, well, they're losing badly, which is really sad, and they've been doing that for a long time. We've been listening to them lose since we were in Memphis. You can't see Mom because it's pitch dark outside. But right as we got through Memphis, of course, we drove into Mississippi and I missed that state line. And then just now we drove into Alabama and I missed that state line. So we're in Alabama now and it's dark outside and the moon is up there and it's very, very bright tonight. It's actually not been a bad drive. There are some cars on the road, but it's only 8:51 p.m. and it's looking like we'll be in Montgomery in a few hours.
Probably 2, I think, right?
I think we're a couple hours from Birmingham. Yeah. So, and then Montgomery's a couple hours past that. But I think Mom's feeling good.
Yeah.
There you are.
Here, can you see me?
Yeah, kind of. Just part of your head looks like it's floating, but
Floating is.
I think it's thanks to the reflection of their headlights behind us in the mirror. I think that's why we can see you. But I wanted to give an update. Sorry that I missed both state lines. I don't think you care. But I really don't. We're in Alabama now, and we're still driving. But there's your update. So we're driving down the road, and we have this pumpkin pie with us. And Mom was trying to stab a bite in the dark, and I need to show you what she did to her pie. What a monster! Oh my gosh. Well,
It was an accident.
I know it was, and honestly, either we're gonna eat it or it's gonna get thrown away because it's not gonna make any more time, you know?
But it's a yummy pie.
It is so good. I just had to show what happened to our pie. This is why you don't eat pie in the dark. She even said, did I get too big of a bite or something?
Because I couldn't get
She
it.
couldn't scoop it out because she'd stabbed the middle of a piece of pie. She's doing better once the light is on though, that's okay. So, but I have to admit, this one is so good. I've never had car pie before, but I don't know that I ever want to go back to a time where I've never had car pie, because this is so good. What a great road trip snack. Also, K-State scored, and also Iowa State scored, so we're still losing 30-13, which is not good. And we're in the fourth quarter. Kind of mad at all the officials in this game. I don't know what game they're watching, but I don't think it's the same game that the announcers are watching. Because the announcers
Are mad.
are kind of picking on the officials in this game because they've missed some very crucial calls and made some questionable decisions. So, anyway, there's our pie. I thought you should see that. Well, we've made it to Montgomery.
And crashed.
Oh, well, no, we did not crash, okay? We did not crash. The car is whole. Everything is fine.
I'm crashing.
Well, she's very tired. We're just gonna stay at a Hampton Inn tonight, but so we're downtown Montgomery. This is such a cool place. There's a Mellow Mushroom over there, and there's a bunch of bars around here. This is so cool, but it's like midnight, so we're tired. We're gonna stay here the night and try to get on the road tomorrow morning. Good morning.
Yeah, we were up before the sun was this morning.
Yeah, well, we got up at 6:20. We went to bed at what, midnight? Almost 1. We got a full 40 minutes of sleep. It was a little more than that. We've already found a Starbucks this morning. I want to talk about Montgomery because that's where we are right now. I don't know what it is about this place, but no one is awake. They were out late last night. Maybe that's why.
They were up partying hardy.
Because we were in, I think it was downtown Montgomery, and it was like a bar area, and there were a bunch of people out, and it looked like some of them were still showing up. So we went to Starbucks this morning, and there was no one at Starbucks. I think there was one person in the drive-thru. There was no one inside, and they made our coffee. Like, it was there waiting and ready for us. Now we're trying to drive out of town so we can get on the road, you know, headed home. And I think actually this road behind us, if you get out there and go that way,
that'll help.
I think that's all we need to do for like 150 miles or so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, anyway, we're driving by this gas station. We didn't really need fuel. How much did you put in it?
9 gallons.
Okay. So we didn't really need much fuel, but diesel here is $3.19.
That's great.
That's the cheapest we've seen diesel for the whole trip.
And the car has now been running for 11 hours and 30 minutes.
Nope, that's trip B.
Yeah,
That's just for
okay,
this
just since we left
trip
yesterday.
home. We've been driving for 11 hours and 30 minutes.
Since 11, we left at 11 o'clock, 11 yesterday.
Ish, yeah.
And the car has been running that long. It's 745 miles.
Yeah. So we're gonna get on the road, drink our coffee, and hopefully the next time you see us, we will feel better. We're still in Montgomery trying to get out. Please forgive all of the bugs on the windshield. We cannot help it. But I wanted to show you, this is more on par with the gas prices we've seen. Now we're driving a diesel. $3.49. We just paid $3.19.
And we're not even a mile from where we paid $3.19.
No, we're not far at all from where we paid $3.19. I don't understand. We just got really lucky.
Wow.
All right, Mom was just asking me about the states we've been in because we're seeing a sign for the State of Florida Welcome Center in half a mile. So we are currently in Alabama. That sign has the Alabama state outline on it. So the Florida state line is coming up here, just on the other side of this stoplight, because I can see the Florida sign. And the flashing sign says, Welcome Center closed, restrooms open. We are about to get up on the interstate. I think Mom wanted to change drivers, so we might go over to that Love station across under the interstate. I don't know if you can see it, but we can see it. We've been watching the Dolphins-Jaguars game, and that's playing in London. I had no idea there was a London game today, but I pulled up the app just to see what time the Chiefs played, because I thought it was at 1, and it is at 1, and there was a game playing. I was like, wait a second, what? And that's because they kick off at 8:30 Central Time, which is the time zone we're still in. So we've been able to listen to them, and Miami just kicked their field goal, so they're up 10-3. Yeah.
Yikes. 377.
$3.84 for diesel if you paid cash. $3.89 at Love's. $3.77. See, that's 20 cents difference per gallon between this inland station and Love's, which is right back here. That's 20 cents per gallon, and I don't know, 200 feet difference. I just think it's dumb. Silly to pay extra when you could just get it right here. GPS has us getting home at about 3:30. We did switch over into the Eastern time. I don't know when that happened. I missed the sign because it's not very big. And traffic has been heavier than I expected, but I guess it is Sunday, and so I should have anticipated that, but it's not so bad. And it's also finally up to 71 degrees. For the longest time it was in the 60s, and I kept thinking, how cold is it at home? I think the high for home today is supposed to be like low 80s, so that looks like a Christmas tree farm. Tall, tall, tall trees. So the really good news is we're on I-75. It is just now 1 o'clock and kickoff is about to happen, and I've got the NFL Sunday Ticket app on my phone so we can listen. She can listen, I can watch the game. We are in Gainesville. University of Florida's in 2 exits, so we're really, really close to Gainesville. This GPS still says we should be home about 3 o'clock. We're right on track. We're doing great. You're doing great.
We really are.
She really is doing great. I make fun of her driving sometimes, but she's been doing really great. Traffic has gotten a little bit heavier now that we're in Florida, and now that we're on I-75 particularly. At least it's a little bit wider. I-10 is only 2 lanes, well, 4, but you know, 2 lanes eastbound. And so this is 3 lanes southbound, which is nice. And the temperature's up to 78 degrees outside, so it's beginning to feel more like Florida and less like Missouri in the wintertime.
It's a beautiful sunny day.
It is really beautiful. Check this out, because we're starting to see, well, I say that. I was gonna say this. We're starting to see palm trees. I just saw one. I don't see any anymore, but we are.
But I'm not seeing ragweed anymore either.
I don't see any palm trees currently. I see a
There's ragweed. Sorry about that.
Oh, yep, there it is right over there. Ragweed. I do see a gigantic American flag up here, but I'm gonna be looking down here at this rather than this. This is what she's gonna be looking at. This is her view. This is my view. There's kickoff, yay! We just drove through Gainesville, and this is why they call the University of Florida a swamp, because this is all swampland over here. See how there's nothing? Over here, see how there's nothing? This is actually visible from the air. I know that when I was flying into Florida, into Orlando, from Alaska earlier, well actually from Missouri, but earlier this fall, I could see this from the air, and I knew exactly where I was in the state because I could see the swamp and I could see I-75. It's very distinct. Our next road interchange, we're getting on at the Florida Turnpike headed south toward Orlando. That road continues on toward Tampa. We're splitting off, veering east. Hopefully the naughty traffic is getting off and going that way because they're annoying.
Oh my gosh.
I said it wasn't so bad. Suddenly it got terrible. It's just been like stop 30, and start.
30 miles and some of it down to 20 miles an hour.
In a 70. And I don't understand why. There's no accident. No one's been pulled over for a ticket. There's nothing for people to look at. I don't get it. Just like too many cars and too many people driving stupid. So hopefully the turnpike will be better. Hopefully. This is not a normal truck. I don't understand why you would do this.
Air conditioning.
Yeah. Ryder air conditioning. Tommy Ryder, I'm sorry. But why though? Why would you do that? I mean, you can do whatever you want with your money, but why? We used to get off at this next exit for our last house, but we don't have to get off there anymore. We don't have to drive on I-4 anymore. Yay!
That's so great.
Yep. So, we're gonna be here for another 24 miles.
Since we should be home, it's been
about
between
3 o'clock.
It's been between 3 and 3:30.
Yep.
It's
Also
changed a lot.
And so is the temperature. It's 82 degrees out now, which is nice. I'm glad to be back in the heat because the cold was too much for me. It was, I didn't like it. It's hard on my hands. I break nails all the time when it's cold, and then I have
My skin gets really dry.
Yeah, no, a chunk of dry skin, like I had to pick it off or cut it off with my thumb, and now it hurts and it's kind of bloody and icky, and so I don't like the cold. Goodbye! Bye! We don't have to get off there anymore. Goodbye! Also, the game is kind of almost a little bit going our way, kind of, but not really. But we have the ball again, so also 5 minutes left in the first half. So it's not so bad. We're not losing yet, at least.
Yeah. At least.
Anyway, it's nice. Traffic has cleared up a little bit. It's not been so bad, but it's like it's clumpy traffic and it's just kind of difficult to drive in. It's not a whole lot of fun, but we're nearly home. We'll be home in less than an hour. Whoopee! We're home! And they missed us. Yay! We missed you guys too! We missed you too, Emma! We're home! Mom's heating up her taquito. She never ate it. We gotta unload the car. It is absolute chaos around here, so I'm going to put the camera down. You guys will see us in another vlog really, really soon. Well, we found the wine. We had...
There we go.